This program will allow you to buy a fixer-upper with as little as 3.5% down, and it'll lend you money to fix it up. And you've probably already noticed that the fixers are a lot cheaper than all the other houses. My name's Armando Novelo. I'm a loan officer and homebuyer advocate. I break down the programs in a way that's easy to understand so that you can make the best decision. This program is through the FHA. It's called an FHA 203K. And I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the program in less than 5 minutes. See, for this program, you don't have to be a first-time buyer, but you do have to live in the house as your primary residence. And on this program, there aren't any income limits, so it doesn't matter how much money you make. Some lenders will have a minimum credit score of 620 and above, so make sure with your lender that you qualify for that. Now, this program can be done by any lender that's approved through the FHA. Now, they're not very popular, and honestly, because they're a ton of work for us on the back end. But it's a great program for the right person and the right house. The first thing you want to know is that there's two versions of the FHA 203K. The first is a Streamline version. This one has some limits. The second version is the standard version. This one has less limits, but a lot more red tape. So today, the Streamline version has a limit of $35,000. That means that you can borrow up to $35,000 to make those repairs. But we believe that that limit is going to go up to $50,000 in the near future. For this particular video, we're going to be focused on the Streamline version, but make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be dropping a video on the standard version soon. So back to the Streamline version. The way you apply for one of these is first you're going to want to go to a local lender that's FHA approved. Once you get pre-approved, then you start looking for a house. Now, when you start the process, you're going to need a contractor that's approved through the FHA. There's a list of approved contractors, but you can also use somebody that's a friend or a family member. Chances are that we can probably help them get approved. Now, if you yourself are a contractor, unfortunately, this program won't let you do the repairs yourself. So the way it's going to work is the contractor will give us a bid, and then that bid is going to get approved with the rest of your file. Now, that bid also goes to the appraiser, and the appraiser is basically going to give us two different reports. One with the current value, basically the value of the house as is, and then the after improved value. This is the value of the house after you make all the repairs. From there, the process is similar to just a standard mortgage loan. And make sure you check out my video on how to buy a house if you have questions on that. So I mentioned that the Streamline version has a limit of $35,000. Now those funds can be used for a new bathroom, a new kitchen, new flooring, and sometimes even appliances. Basically anything that's going to be a remodel. But since a lot of these houses are fixers, they're going to first want you to fix anything that can be a health or safety issue. Things like broken tiles where I can cut my feet, or maybe chipping paint that could be lead-based. Those things will want to have priority. Some of the limits of the program is that you can't add any square footage and you can't knock down or move any load-bearing walls. Again, the program is designed basically to remodel the house that's already there and make it your own. So let's say that you decided to take the full $35,000. The lender is going to want us to have a 10% pad. It's like a contingency because sometimes the contractors underestimate the cost, right? So that $3,500 will stay as a reserve and we're going to have $31,500 to play with. The way that it works is we're going to immediately at closing get half of that. So in this example, it would be $15,750 that would get cut. This check would be cut to you and to the contractor you chose. And the goal is for the contractor to start the work and finish the work with this money. Once the work is done, the appraiser goes back out, takes some pictures, and gives us the completed report. At this point, the additional $15,750 would get released so that you can pay the contractor. Now, these programs, unfortunately, change from time to time. Make sure you connect with me on Instagram at Armando_Novelo_ because I always share the latest updates there. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of programs like this that my industry seems to keep a secret. It's my goal to expose them, to give you all the secrets, and ultimately help you take advantage of them. And I host a bi-weekly Key to Home workshop where I break down these programs, answer all your questions, and if you're ready to buy, I'll help you get pre-approved. I'll put a link in the comments where you can register.